Exemplifying the never say die attitude that one associates with Munster, Peter Malone's A side overcame an 18-point deficit to secure their second B&I Cup title on a 29-28 scoreline in a game that will live long in the memory for those that attended Irish Independent Park on Friday evening. It was a calamitous start that had the province down by 18 points with less than 15 minutes on the clock. The power of Jersey's pack might have been the bedrock of their opening half performance, but it was a well-worked try down the left flank that saw winger Nick Scott race over in the corner, while hooker Joe Buckle's score came off a clever dummy at set piece. The second quarter eventually saw the Munster men start to retain possession, but for the most part they could not convert it into points, thanks first and foremost to the Jersey pack, and most notably their back row. Be it in the scrum, breakdown or in defence, Jersey had the measure of their hosts, who were continually forced into knock-ons and penalties. However, having spurned earlier opening half chances, Munster A found their rhythm in timely fashion just before the interval, and relentless pounding on the Jersey try line paid dividends when Gavin Coombs sniped at close range. David Johnson's conversion made it very much game on as the sides headed for the interval, 7-18 the half-time score. Regaining parity in the physicality stakes as the game progressed, the men in red would have the dream start to the second half, Kevin O'Byrne finishing off a fine team try that was spawned by an excellent Alex Wootton break with clinical phase play, then seeing them over the line. Johnson's conversion made it a 4-point game, but the province's young chargers would have to wait a little longer before eventually getting their noses out in front. Instead, it was the Jersey pack who reasserted some of their opening half dominance, winning a scrum against the head, with scrum half Kieran Hardy scooping up the loose ball and racing over the line. Unlike in the first half exchanges, the penalty count began to favour Munster, and off repeated kicks to the corner, they eventually got the try that they so desperately needed. Opting to attack down the blind side, David Johnson did extremely well in diving low into the left corner, and there was more to come from the playmaker, who was one of Munster's most impressive performers on the night. A long looping pass from Johnston to Cian Bohan just outside the Munster 22 was the catalyst for Munster's final try. From there, Captain Bohan did well to find Wootton for some back three magic, the winger pinging the ears back before beautifully stepping two defenders and racing over the line. It was fitting that Johnston kicked the extras to eventually put Munster into the lead. Still struggling at times in the scrum, a penalty at set piece allowed Sheehy retake the lead on 61 minutes, but Munster A looked the far more assured and sprightlier outfit as we headed for the final quarter. Further inspired kicking from the likes of Johnston and Stephen Fitzgerald kept Munster A playing in the right areas. And when the penalty eventually came in 68 minutes, Johnston slotted what was in essence the kick for the title. Munster A held out from there for the sweetest of victories and their second B&I Cup title. Alex, you've won the B&I Cup with Munster A. I'd imagine that's a pretty good feeling right now.
Great feeling. Just in there celebrating, having a few beers with the boys, so it's great, especially for a special group of players. You know, we stick to our system, but we can beat any team. Unfortunately, we threw a few silly offloads in the first half. You know, the messages came on from the coaches. We stick to going around the corner, especially in our attack in 22. Just be patient, and you know, it paid off in the second half.
Okay, one of the stand-up moments of the game was that try. It was 2 or 3 defenders you beat. There was a lot of good work before that from DJ and also from Cian Bohan.
Absolutely, I mean,
just talk it through us from your perspective.
No, we have a systems in place. We keep talking about systems, but you know, when it's on to play, we take the chances, and that's what we did. You know, Cian Bohan put a lovely pass through to me just on the outside, and I just pinned the ears back. I think there's a few covering tackles I managed to get past, and yeah, it was nice to get under the post.
Okay, you've played a lot of rugby in your time. You've had success with Ireland Sevens. And how does this success rank tonight?
Oh, it's up there. I was actually speaking to the boys about, I can't remember the last time I was even in a final. It's probably back at school in the Sevens tournament or something. So it's definitely sweet, and it's a great bunch of boys. We're all around the same age, and hopefully we can work through the ranks and keep pushing on. You know, it's fantastic.